Welcome. This is the Academy of Adoption and Assisted Reproduction Attorneys. We are covering the state of Virginia in this video, and we've got 4 fellows with you to share with you. And I think we've got everybody on this video, so that's nice. We'll introduce them to you and we'll go from there. Colleen, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Sure. I run the Adoption and Surrogacy Law Center out of Richmond, Virginia, and have been in practice for 33 years.
There we go, short and sweet. Diane.
Hi, I'm Diane Hinson. I'm the owner and founder of Creative Family Connections. We are a law firm that also does everything a surrogacy agency does. We are headquartered in Chevy Chase, Maryland. We also have offices in Virginia and in Washington, D.C. And we've been around for more than 20 years.
There we go. Stanton.
Hi, I'm Stanton Phillips. I've been practicing assisted reproduction for over 25 years, and my practice is limited to adoption and assisted reproduction, and I'm in Tyson's Corner, 10 miles west of DC.
And Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Fairfax. I run family formation law offices under my name. We're licensed in Maryland, DC, and Virginia, and been practicing law for over 25 years.
All right. Now, I'm just your moderator. I am not licensed in Virginia. So the public's going through the Academy's website. They may be looking at several different states and trying to find out, the basics of Virginia. So let's start with Colleen. Is Virginia a state they should be looking at for assisted reproduction?
Absolutely. Virginia's got a well-defined surrogacy statute. It's called the Status of Children of Assisted Conception. We also have a parentage statute that we use as well, which makes it very clear that these arrangements are enforceable in Virginia, especially if the gestational carrier is not also a true surrogate genetically related to the child. The other thing is that there is a slight little twist with Virginia law, and that is that we don't call anything compensation in terms of what's paid to the carrier. Everything is recharacterized as medical and ancillary expenses, including household living expenses. So we simply redefine things so that nothing is construed as compensation. So that's just a little twist to our law, but we have a very friendly surrogacy statute in Virginia.
Okay, so Jennifer, when we say friendly, is it friendly for LGBT families?
It is actually now. Most recently, the statute was rewritten in a way that it allows for a married couple, regardless of gender, to be able to use the surrogacy statute. And so I've used it for my LGBTQ plus community, and it is friendly towards them.
Great. And Diane, jumping right into kind of the logistics of reproductive matters in Virginia, what does the parentage process look like there?
So there's no way to get a pre-birth order in Virginia. The statute, you can if you do like a whole trial with a guardian ad litem, in place for the unborn child. So I shouldn't say never, but people don't usually choose that alternative that is set forth in detail in the statute. So in most cases, people rely on the contract, and then afterwards, the statute is clear that there's a process. It's called the surrogate consent and report form. You need to wait for 3 whole days. So the 4th day after that, all the parties, the parents and the surrogate and the surrogate's spouse sign the form, and then that gets sent directly to the Virginia birth registrar's office. And then you wait because it's not very quick, and then you get a birth certificate.
Okay, so Stanton, for Virginia, is there any group of people as they're flipping through, they should be concerned, or they need to talk to attorneys in greater detail on certain topics?
We're generally a very friendly state, and the laws are well defined. We do have our quirks, but we know what they are because they are defined. And to continue on what Diane said, we have an administrative process that is used most often, so we can avoid the court procedure and go directly to creating the birth certificate.
Okay. what I'm hearing from all of you, I mean, is it important for this group to work together as fellows of the Academy? Is there a benefit to that for any of you to answer? Go ahead.
I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to say absolutely. The four of us here on the screen often work together, whether we're on opposing sides of an agreement or assisting with parentage, but we also talk through issues in the state. And so I think anybody who is looking to come into Virginia, either as intended parents, surrogates, or donors, or anything with assisted reproductive technology, should reach out to one of us. All of us are well-versed in the area, comfortable with the statute, and reach out to each other when we need help and guidance.
Yes, I would second that and say that those quirks that Colleen talked about, they're important quirks because you want to stay on the right side of the law and the statute so that the surrogacy goes well, smoothly, and legally in Virginia.
And we do oftentimes have one person represent the carrier and the other represent the surrogate, I mean, the intended parents. And so you usually have people on both sides of the coin. I would say too, we do have a post-birth order process. So we can get a pre-birth order from another state, domesticate it before the birth. And I've done that many times. Or for our international families, our same-sex families, and sometimes our single families, just to best secure their legal parentage, we do a post-birth order under the Parentage Act. And that can be, the documents for that can be signed immediately after the birth. The 3 days for the carrier to sign the birth certificate documents after the birth is just intended to parallel our adoption statute, which doesn't allow a woman to sign something legal, you know, that is basically right after she's had a child. And so it kind of parallels allowing the medications to leave her system and for her to be at a place in her mind where she can sign those legal documents. And that's really the basis for that 3 days that the carrier has to wait.
Okay, any last thoughts, Stanton?
I'd just like to say that I am so lucky to have such great colleagues here with me here in Virginia. They are all experts in the area of assisted reproduction, and they also each of them has a background in adoption, which adds a human flavor, an understanding and sympathy in the process, which is often missed by some people in our profession that do assisted reproduction that come from a strict contract backgrounds. Each of my colleagues here is just a wonderful attorney and individual, and really does a nice job with their clients.
And that is perfect lead in to say, if you want to get a hold of any of them, they will assist in getting you to anybody else they need to get you to, but you can get their contact information back on the Academy's website. The Academy has a map and you can break it down by state. So if you need to look at any other states, you can get contact information for other fellows there. But you can message these fellows directly through the website. And the website is www.adoptionart.org. And we look forward to contacting them. Thank you, everybody, for sharing with us about Virginia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.